I want you to think about your favorite place to shop at. Now that you've considered that, how often do you actually get to shop at that store? As an Ohio University student, just like all of you, it's hard for any of us to find any leisure time of our own. We are all in so many activities, school projects, going to work, and just actually attending a class is a continuous battle for any of us to find time of our own doing something that we enjoy. Personally, I love to go shopping, as I'm sure many of you do as well. Here in Athens, we're kind of limited to finding a store that's very appealing to us or just a store that we generally love going shopping at. This is why I believe, due to the large population of Ohio University students, that Athens needs to have a mall in town for all of us. I believe this for three great reasons. One, I believe that this would reduce long distance trips that we would have to take. Second, I believe it would offer a lot more job opportunities for us. And third, it's just overall practical for us. Why I believe that Athens needs to have a mall in town is, for one, it would reduce long distance trips. Having to go on a long distance trip is not very practical and is very time consuming. As I mentioned, we don't have very much time because we're so busy with school activities or having a job. And even having to go a long distance trip, you'd have to plan it out. You'd want your friends to go because who likes going shopping by themselves? I know I personally would much rather have someone with me, especially on the trip, in case anything might go wrong, in case you have a flat tire, would happen to run out of gas, or just be in any car accident. I'd feel much better knowing that I had someone with me and I wasn't alone on this trip. If we had a mall here in Athens, it'd be so much easier just to go a couple of blocks and not having to worry about planning out a trip. With planning out a trip, it's so hectic to find a time when everyone can even go on the trip. This would also allow us to spend more time doing our homework or doing any errands that needs to be completed that you have to do that day. If you didn't have to take long trips, that would allow so much more time for us. The second reason why I believe that Athens needs to have a mall here in town is because it offers so many more job opportunities. This personally applies to me. I drive an hour every day to go to work at the Parkersburg Mall in West Virginia. Having to drive that extra hour every day, an hour back, may not seem like a lot, but when you add it to going to class every morning, then coming home, getting ready, getting my lunch ready, driving that hour to work, working 8 hours, and then driving an hour back home, makes for a pretty full day. This also would be very beneficial for me if we had a mall here in Athens, because I would just be able to have transferred jobs of the same retailer and worked here in Athens, right where I live. This also, I know, would help out many other Ohio University students because many of them, I'm sure, have worked in a retail job back home, and they would also be able to come here and work in Athens at the same retail store. This might even encourage more students to want to get a job just because it's something that's more appealing to them. They may want the extra cash or even enjoy having the discount at that local retail store that they love. The third reason why I believe that Athens needs to have a mall is because it's just overall practical for us. We're also crunched on time, and when we need that particular outfit for a special occasion, if we have a birthday, we're just going out with a group of friends, or we might even need it for a particular class for a presentation or even an interview for a job. You don't have time to go online, wait for shipping, and then hope that's going to be a perfect fit for you. It's also inconvenient to have to travel that long distance. If we had a mall here in Athens, we could just quickly go in, grab what we were looking for, and hurry up and get back home with the same amount of time as it would take right now to drive to the nearest mall. This would also help us save money on all the expenses that it takes to travel to the nearest mall. Having to drive an hour just to get to a mall is a lot of gas money, which gas is not very cheap right now. You'd also, of course, would get hungry, so you're going to have to stop and go out to eat, have to tip the waiter or waitress, or even just the expense of going through a drive-through even adds up more money. Adding up all these expenses, even if you were to order online, the shipping of costs, there's just so many expenses that are involved that would be so much more practical if we just had a mall here in Athens. This is why I strongly believe that Athens should have a mall in town for all the Ohio University students here, plus for the community as well. I'm sure everyone would love that. Who wouldn't love not having a store? Who wouldn't love having a store that they enjoy going shopping to at their convenience? This is why I strongly confirm why Athens should have a mall here in town for all of us.